Numerous messages of cross-cultural cooperation have shaped the global image of Muslim women worldwide, reaching communities with roots in hundreds of nations. As the times are changing, today we look at the shift of Muslim women in Uganda.
My name is Radhiya. I'm Secretary and Youth Muslim Council. I'm a very hardworking person, very ambitious. I like not like seeking, and I care for women. It was not a very good one. I was of Luero tribe. We had shifting. We had from Wakiso to Ja, and then so many relatives, no home. But eventually, same in nature, and it was meant for. It is Institute Bugembe, but they could allow it without special facilitation. Like maybe they didn't expect parents to take those to a same Muslim seminary. Father was one son who didn't believe things. The way he could us at home could say, no, the girl gets is what the boy. And now it will stay, and they were very, the administration was very scared that maybe started for 1 year and it would, but it was not the case. I believe those small tell you a girl at home, say maybe you can make it as good as so and so. You here in the next such and such. I think I had a lot of support from home. Look at myself as a person in the right place. Ginger Islamic Institute of Gambia, the 6 years of secondary education. I joined Islamic University in Uganda, IU. I did a bachelor's degree in Islamic Studies, the Arabic language. And as well, I was doing a concurrent diploma in secondary education. So the day I graduated, I got a bachelor's degree and a concurrent diploma in education. Those who in the academia know what it costs to have a concurrent diploma. It's very hectic. And I'm a secondary school teacher. And afterwards, I did a master's degree in Islamic Studies, majoring in Quranic science. And I served in Hamdan Girls. I did my school practice in Arizona Girls. I lectured in IU for 11 years. And I have a school, a primary school. It's called Mama Kids Education Center, a primary school. I like my association, the Uganda Muslim Teachers Association. I've served it for quite long, and the Muslim teachers decided to entrust me with the responsibility of vice chair Uganda Muslim Teachers Association, UMTA.
Although most of us are familiar with the sheikhs, this sheikhat tells us what it takes to become one.
It has shaped me to be very aggressive. You can hardly intimidate me. I don't believe in intimidation because one thing is that I went through an Islamic which was majorly boys. We were 1% actually. Because of that masculinity of things, some women wonder how I was aggressive. One thing, assertive, but I don't lose focus. This made me like women, and I think it was a message from God preparing me for bigger things to handle. And there is one word that is misused, the word of shaker. As you know, so it was a shaker, but this is action that you need to acquire. Started for over 20 to get it. Yes, after the start of it, we got study for 4 years. Now I'm a bachelor's, but now I'm a master's holder. The master's is 3 years. If you sum up the 7, the 6, the 4, and 3, so I'm a shaker, I'm not a hajat. Hajat just get money to work, and you just get money, go to and you become one. You perform. But me, I'm proud of the title. I'm a shaker. Even if I prefer being called shaker, because it's like maybe if a doctor goes to a medical.
Considering the social status of Muslim women today, we get to learn how the society was then.
I count myself because I went to school. That is one. It is still, I'm especially lucky because I believe very few women did, others stopped the way. But generally, we have very far. First of all, gender was not there. I congratulate myself, the rest of the Ugandans, that we have a ministry about Bantu. I don't recognizes our difference. And this time around, children are doing even livable courses. You find a child doing pharmacy, doing all those courses, doing all shekat and all that. The environment is more now than what it was before. Perhaps it's numbers, we are more men, there is good policies, the millennium goals, then sustainment goals, where the world is heading. It's like you cannot afford to leave anybody. From my background, I feel that the men in particular to run and interpret it themselves, not to hear it from the only. The gap lies. It's like whoever people have that vision of men that they are the owners of the book and they should interpret, but sometimes we just read it to them. Some of them are not qualified, and I just urge the Muslim to find any way and read texts which are in Arabic to them. Much easier. I'm helping them. I'm helping someone. I have a project which is known as Let the Talk. It's known as Let the Quran Talk. So far we are using tapes. I record work in local languages and in English, where I don't teach on because we can't be there, but men are our allies. Sometimes it's a role that should be played by to let a woman go to another level. We need them, we need those, the fathers. So it is changing women is mind first. A woman can speak Arabic, Quran, can interpret it. In knowledge, our Prophet tells us that get her knowledge from Lady who was his. So it is very right to say I really teach men and women. But where I want to arrive in future, I want women read the Quran and really teach it and others and interpret it, apply it into their lives. They lack that confidence to approach. They lack that assertiveness. It's like maybe it was and somebody just claps. You stop because you have that confidence. They lack confidence. So to the parents out, tell the girls in the homes that you are good as your brother. It Starts from home. And told them you failed exams not because you were a girl, exams because of other reasons, which can be there even once they living like that. So tell the boys that even surprised to think that you're different from sister. That enabling environment be there. When it is, even if a girl fails the exam, don't attribute it to gender. Anybody can fail it. How about those who excelled? Where did the girls also female students? So it's all about how homes have a role because it's at home also, but it is also in mosques. But parents play encourage those to do better. If a goes into a male dominated career, just question her, just tell her what to do, how to go about it, and let her believe in herself. It will make a change.
And though many Muslim girls were denied education back then, she joyfully tells us of the difference today.
A Ugandan woman has it all. She has had enough. One, she was penalized by the legacy as far as education was concerned because of her. But still, even when people in the school, they were not doing for the girls. They are ahead of us by 100 years. It's as the religion has been having a gap. No, there was one thing. Colonial schools were for Christians. Whether you're Muslim man or woman, you could not go there. If you go there, so they had to keep their children at home. And then they had the informal education at home and teach their religion and gamble with life. It was to a girl. It had a double impact on a girl child. Then when it opened up for the community, still there was one party and the culture too, but there is attribute that they say never went to school. It was not Muslim women. It's the Muslims who were the education up to the recent past. And then it was conditioned to join secular school. But now we have issues apart from education. Our religion was polygamy, not polygamy, professional, monoquatrigamy. Four. And it is a special, it is not elsewhere. We have a special system of inheritance. And for us only, it's not. And this thing is always not known by the consumers, the religious view. It really does everything. If you consume at the woman, you don't know what it says about it. You'll either cheat or you'll be cheated. My idea at this point, I'm telling women that for us, Muslim women, and we are still resolving, that we are going to see in our homes, marriages, act of worship. Whether the man performs his duties, plays or not, for us we are serving God. Staying in marriages, an act of worship. Solve most of our problems. But the thing, a solution should be learn the Quran, read it, and bother to interpret what your God wrote for you.
So what does she think of the state of Muslim women?
Empowerment is all about education and information. You can, and if you have all the weapons, if you are not informed, you cannot empower yourself. Nobody can empower you. The empowerment, I believe, okay, you have this for this week, but still, it's for you. Go and put it in the soil. After 3 days, you'd have empowered me, because if I grow that food, I harvest it, and even if it gets over, I have the knowledge to grow again. So empowerment is such a kind of thing whereby you'll be producing yourself without relying on it. And where some of us is that if I can make money myself, I'm empowered. But we should support, especially the married women. We say I'm empowered and I don't need a man, but there are two things, a marriage institution and maybe and maybe financial institution. Where we go wrong is to up those things.
And where does she derive her inspiration?
It is knowledge. I like seeking knowledge. It inspires me. I like knowing things. I like being adventurous. I like knowing what is taking place there and why is it taking place. I like research. I like knowing. At one time I told people we need to know. To the point, we need to appreciate and really find out why some communities do not put on others. And we need to appreciate it because these communities, you find HIV infection being 1%, and you know such things. I like those. I like going beyond what some things. You know, cutting. You know, these people are walking naked and they are backward. But at one point they said AIDS prevalence rate is 1% among the people who do not put on. So you appreciate each other and really find out why do you eat millet and I eat matoke, why do you eat this, why do you roast it and I boil it. If we appreciate it, things will be very good. And I urge people to ask the Muslim women, why do you put on makeup? And appreciate them and sometimes work with them freely.
Having been driven by courage all the way, she explains the working power of women.
To open a circle, a small bank for our women. That if you want to empower a woman, first of all, empower how to earn something and manage it. Many of us can, but management is an issue. And it all begins with, if you can hold your heart and say, okay, please, but I'll not buy it until I get that management, that mindset, that belief, that confidence in you is very important. And I believe that we have a cancer in our homes, which we all sing, domestic violence, gender-based violence, and the Muslim families are not an exception. Okay, sometimes we all face violence, but according to a simple research that we have made, the key factor for violence, whether it was social or what, is poverty. This circle will have to, we are going to use one stone to shoot about 5 birds. 1, we are solving the issue of poverty. 2, we are being together, because when you save together, you meet, there is unity. 3, development. When you save, you develop yourself and achieve your goal. And 4, we have stable families, because one of the factors that destabilizes our family is poverty. So the first project was a circle, and we have Uganda Muslim Supreme Council Women's Circle. It is here, and we are going down to other districts. Mothers, Muslim mothers, be confident. I hate a scenario where I told you you are walking somewhere and somebody just claps and then you turn back sincerely. Huh? I hate that intimidation part of it. If you are sure of what you are doing, if you believe that your child should acquire university education, nobody should force you to turn back. And tell that thing to the girls. Intimidation begins from those brothers of that girl at home. You find a boy telling, why should I wash for you when you are my brother? Caution mothers, that imbalance, that intimidation. Fine, you will wash the boy's clothes and you feel maybe the home is comfortable. But you are telling anybody called a man will treat you like that. And even a border will take away this girl. A transporter, even somebody who does not know, who doesn't know, she will take up his mind. So mother's confidence is one thing that cannot grow up in one day. build it. Then the second issue mothers is ignorance. If you don't know something today, at least by tomorrow get to know it. We are tired of telling munange nze nakoma mu kyakuna. Fine, wakoma mu kyakuna. But you need food, you need to clothe yourself, you need this. Kale yigayo kutunga. That knowledge. Our Prophet tells us to seek for knowledge right from childhood until you are buried. So to the grave. So what you do, learn something, even a language. You can learn a language. You can add on your knowledge, improve on it, and you'll find this world the best place to stay.
Then we get to ask about her role models.
I admire some ladies. I like Alan Kajina. One thing, she's ever confident, and she looks very humble, but to the point, and very. I like her approach to work. Maybe we may not be in the same profession. I like her personality. She'll be one person who's making a point in a very humble way, but she means it. I like her work. I like her achievements.
Regardless of the society, she emphasizes that Muslim women need to take a fresh look at the world.
Women, please don't resolve negatively. Whatever problem that may befall you, do not, you see these people like, I have to take poison because I got the. Don't make negative resolution. Make sure any resolution you make is better, is taking you to a better standard of life. I know what you are going through, I know what I'm going through, I know what an African woman goes through, but still we have to share the planet, we have to share the world. And God put us here for a purpose.
The best women are the women of the answer, for their modesty does not prevent them from learning about their religion.